Welcome back to Askewed Reviews. And even though it's no longer October, we're going to try to get some more Halloween specials jammed in there. And this one was also a viewer request. And this is the 1986 film, The Worst Witch. Here is your trivia question for today. What is the name of the game they play in the film, and what was the final score? The answers will be at the end of this video. So our film starts off at a school called Miss Cackle's International Academy for Witches. We then meet our main character, Mildred Hubble, who seems to be having a hard time trying to be a witch. A lot of the other girls at school tease and make fun of her. It also doesn't help that she keeps screwing up and having issues with her potions and spells. Now, the headmistress, Miss Cackle, seems nice enough, but also doesn't seem to be paying attention as much as she should. It also doesn't help that some people seem to be out to get Mildred as well, including one of her teachers, Miss Hardbroom, and there's even a snot-nosed little student named Ethel Hollow. Luckily, though, Mildred is not alone, as she does have her best friend, Maud. Now, to make matters worse, the school is being targeted by an evil witch who is the twin of Miss Cackle, named Agatha, along with all the other evil witches she has befriended. Now, the stress doesn't stop there, as they have to make all sorts of plans at the school for Halloween night, as the Grand Wizard will come for an appearance. Will anything ever go right for Mildred Hubble? This Halloween special was directed by Robert Young. The special is based off of the book of the same name. This is actually a book series that went from 1974 until 2018. Throughout the series, there are 8 books, and it takes place over 4 years of Mildred Hubble's life. Jill Murphy, who is the writer of the book series, actually started creating the character when she was 14, and it was based a bit off of her own experiences in school. Now, the special was the first time that there was a live action version of the book series, but definitely not the last. There was a television series in 1998, and then there was also a sequel series called The Weird Sister College that came after that, and a spin off in 2005 called The New Worst Witch. And then again in 2017, they made another television series based off the books. Now, the elephant in the room that definitely needs to be discussed is the similarities between this series and, of course, the Harry Potter series. Now, this one started to come out first, and there are definitely some similarities, not only with the books, but also the movies as well, even though J.K. Rowling will never admit that. Something else that's interesting to point out is Fairuza Balk's connection to witches when it came to movies. So you start with Return to Oz in 1985, where she is being hunted by a witch. Then you have this film where she's being trained to become a witch. And then you have The Craft, where she becomes a very powerful witch. Tim Curry's Grand Wizard is the only male character in the entire special. The entire film, all the interior and exterior shots are actually done at St. Michael's College in Tenbury Wells, England. I also just have to give a special shout out to the psychedelic musical number that Tim Curry gets in this film. Now, when it comes to the Halloween special, The Worst Witch, this is one that's still kind of entertaining, although very, very dated. I do think it kind of stands the test of time, but kind of doesn't. So I think I'm going to have to give this special a 3 out of 5. Now, as for the trivia question from the beginning of this episode, what is the name of the game they play in the film, and what was the final score? The game that they play in the special is called Terror Tag, and the whole point is to scare each other and get screams, and each scream is worth a point. So at the end of the game, red beats blue 14-7. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Askewed Reviews, and if there is a movie you'd like to see get a review, just mention it in the comments.